going to discuss 5 places where you can not only obtain the residency that leads to a strong citizenship, but a lot of people these days are with the geopolitical tensions and the situations, the global situations, they're looking for places where they not only get the residency and the citizenship, but more importantly, they can live a happy life, a good life with their family or single, whatever the case may be, but they're looking for a place where they can actually physically reside and have a good experience inside the country. They can actually use this as a practical residency and they want to have a change. They want to quit their home country or let's say the plan A country in certain cases for a while, and they want to conveniently have this backup plan where they actually want to execute on. Is this the right time to execute on? For some people, yes. For some people, maybe sometime in future, right? So I'm going to discuss 5 countries where you have both options: citizenship, residency, as well as the physical time on the ground, the beautiful time on the ground that you can experience. The first country on the list is going to be in Latin America. Then I'm going to cover Europe. I'm going to list my best pick in Asia, my best pick in Middle East, and then there's going to be a bonus option in the end. Now, the first country on the list is going to be in Latin Americas, and remember, this is going to be a blend, right? This has to be a place where you can have a beautiful life as well as the option to naturalize. It's not going to be the easiest of citizenships to obtain. There are other options for that purposes. But here on the number 1 is Panama in Latin Americas. The reason why I'm picking Panama, there are a lot of advantages. One is the US dollar as the main currency. 2, it's a Western society with all the bells and whistles that, let's say, US or Canada has to offer. It's an upscale society. The kind of people that live in Panama are rich people for the most part, right? The ones that are investing, moving to Panama is all a rich expat population. So the quality of life or the time on the ground that you're going to experience is going to be beautiful. Let's say you're going there alone or you're going there with your family. You're going to get the bang for the buck. You're going to enjoy your time. It's a beautiful location to be. The deal with Panama is pretty straightforward. You can either get an immediate permanent residency directly. In 30 days, you can qualify for the VIP option where you will have the permanent residency ready for you, you or your family, and you can pretty much decide to move to Panama. We have 3 attorneys in different parts of Panama. So depending upon where you want to land, we got you covered end to end. The second option with Panama is the passport option. This is not the citizenship based passport. So let's say you're an American, Canadian, or Britisher. This is not going to be for you. Here you're getting a non-nationality based passport. This is going to be particularly very important for people from countries, let's say like Pakistan, or let's say China, or any country that doesn't allow a dual citizenship, and let's say you have a business or family ties or whatever connections you have in your home country, you're not in a position to renounce your citizenship just yet. Yet at the same time, you don't want to waste your money at all. So that's where you get this almost, I would say, effectively a free passport. In fact, better than free, it actually is going to pay you. The deal is you put 275K approximately in a bank account in a fixed deposit, generate an interest income of 850K, and then you get the residency, and then you can immediately apply for the passport. The passport itself takes literally a couple of weeks. So this is a super fast option. This is really for people who have the money, who have the capital, and because they have the capital, they're moving their capital. They're not losing their capital. You're not investing, or rather, you're not donating your money to the government. You're simply diversifying and getting earnings in return, right? And even with the permanent residency, the deal is that you got to purchase a property worth 300K. You can rent this property and earn money, or you can use it for your own living in the country. You can do both. A lot of my clients would love to do both, where they're living in the country for 3 months or 6 months or slightly less than 6 months. And then for the remainder of the year, while they're traveling and collecting other residencies or even maybe qualifying for citizenships, you can rent your apartment out, so that way you are generating partial income at least. So Panama is absolutely my number one pick in Latin Americas. Now let's move on to Europe. Let's pick an EU country, and my favorite pick would still be the Portugal option for a couple of reasons. I was not a big fan of the Portugal Golden Visa. And the reason why I wasn't a big fan of Portugal Golden Visa is because the residency itself took a couple of years to obtain, so people were getting frustrated. And then the citizenship was a little murky. You just didn't know what's going to happen. Are they going to naturalize you based on such less residency in the country? Of late, they have made some very positive changes where the time to apply for citizenship would count from the time you actually successfully applied for your permanent residency or your golden visa residency, not permanent, but golden visa, let's say. And then that is the big change. So let's say you applied, your time is locked in, you're looking at 5 years, things are very clear for you, you have a clear path that you're following from a time frame perspective. And from a naturalization perspective, they are honoring the residency that's applicable for the specific category, which is the golden visa in this case. Again, in EU, you have the best quality of life in Portugal, the cheapest, one of the cheapest places to stay, right? So high quality of life, cheapest places to stay. Plus, some of the deals in Portugal are extraordinary. With the golden visa, there's some hoteling funds. We are looking at as low as 275K if you play it smart, right? So you could get pre-approved loan of 100K, and then an upfront yield of, which is paid in advance, of almost a 125K in some cases. That way you're literally getting in at as low as 275K, and you still qualify legally. This is all absolutely legal stuff. Again, at any point in time you're interested in Panama, Portugal, we work with some of the top players in the market to get you your benefit. You can always click the link, book a call, we can discuss and get you started. So Portugal is at number 2. The number 3 on my list, I would pick from the Middle East, and the choices are slim and trim, but I would clearly go with Jordan. Jordan has an extraordinary quality of life. It may be a weak or a poor passport, but when it comes to quality of life, it is the best in my opinion. You're going to have not only a safe place to be, to enter and to, let's say, safeguard your interests, maybe even to diversify. When you compare, let's say, with options like Egypt or Turkey, a lot of people report that they face a lot of hassles. When you compare all those things, I think Jordan really shines in that department. What are the options? Well, they do have a citizenship. I mean, you could look at the normal residency route, but let's say you want the passport directly, they have a citizenship option, which ranges from 750K to $1 million. Again, comes with variety of benefits. I'm not going to discuss this in too much in depth because a lot of people might not be willing to invest $1 million in Jordan. There are a lot of people who invest, but those are the people who literally have stake on the ground. They come from parts of the world. They have settled in Jordan for a long time, so it just makes sense for them to purchase the passport and get the citizenship rather than wait in uncertainty. Again, this you can invest as well. So Jordan, from a quality of life perspective in the Middle East, I would clearly pick it as the winner. In Asia, the number one pick would be Malaysia. The sad thing yet with Malaysia is the new MM2H program is not yet kicked in. My clear recommendation, or let's say not a recommendation, but my clear choice would be the silver MM2H option, where you invest a 105K in a bank deposit, and then you can withdraw half the money after a year for purchasing a property. They have a slight changes in the rules and it's not clear yet, but the final draft would clarify what's the minimum threshold for investment in a property once you remove that money out after a year. But the initial upfront is still 105K is what they have advertised. Now all eyes are on when the program goes live. Now I'm comparing this with, let's say, a KITAS in Indonesia, or let's say the Thai elite visa, which is useless in my opinion. It's just a glorified tourist visa. I'm comparing this with the Cambodia CM2H, which is again at the similar price point. So overall, with the quality of life and the fact that you would actually want to live in a country, I would clearly say that Malaysia is the top pick. Now, let's move on to the fifth option, which is a bonus, right? And this happens to be in South America. It's the country of Argentina. The reason why I pick Argentina is because of the high quality of life, right? A beautiful, beautiful place to move with your family. It's very affordable, so the quality of life is going to tremendously jump up. Even if you're a rich person, right, wealthy person, you're moving to Argentina, the amount of things that you can enjoy and afford are exponentially higher as compared to, let's say, some of the stale Western options like US, UK, Australia, and stuff. So Argentina is going to be more economical. Apart from that, I think what's very important about Argentina is the pathway to citizenship, right? Just a 2 years wait. By the time you move there, by the time you literally get your foot grounded, you're already looking for your eligibility for citizenship. So it's a good passport, strong passport, a great nationality of the radar nationality, right? You're not going to attract any eyeballs if you're carrying an Argentinian passport. 2 years of your life, having fun, having diversity, enjoying a new place to live with your family, and you're looking at a terrific option, terrific citizenship. So that's my fifth pick. We do have attorneys in all these places, right? We have good attorneys, strong attorneys. This is your one-stop shop. Interested in any of these options, you can always click the link, book a call, and we can get you directly started with the option that best fits your needs. It can be one option, it can be multiple options, it could be all options, right, based on what you're looking for. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I share different options, my analysis, trends change, rules change, and you want to be updated on all the latest and greatest within the RCBI. All right, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, make sure you're sub. And if you're looking for an option which literally can be obtained in a day, I'm talking about the Mexican residency card option. If you want to learn how this is even possible, how about this video? This talks about the entire process in a lot of detail and the benefits of the Mexican residency. All right, catch you in this one.